Hello everyone, my name's Fate, and today I want to try Minecraft videos. I always loved the game, and even now, when I have access to mods, I love the game even more. So I combine two things I love, Minecraft and Pokemon. So welcome to my own personal Cobblemon world that will be recorded alongside the community world I plan on making as well, where it will be a world built and controlled by my community and polls. Without further ado, let's get started on my first Cobblemon journey. Okay, let's do personal cobble. Pretty sure that's all I need. Let's start it. As soon as I spawned in, I noticed that I got unlucky and I spawned in a desert, which isn't good. Once it fully loaded in, I noticed some cactus and some sugarcane, obviously, in a desert. I checked my map to see if there was any areas near me that I could run to, which there wasn't yet since I didn't load anything. After looking around just to get a look of my surroundings, I noticed a lot of sugarcane, so I decided to run down and get it. It'll be useful for the future, and once I start getting into enchanting, it'll be useful for books and some other stuff that I would need. After getting all the sugarcane, I noticed a tree in the far area, so I decided to go after it, and lucky enough, there was actually a forest behind it. So I ran after that with my lagging computer. I also found a lush cave biome, which I could easily use for moss, berries, the lily pads, clay, anything that I would need for future base making. The tree, I cut the whole thing down, made an axe, made some basic tools, and then in the distance, I noticed there was a giant temple that I could get some pretty decent loot from. What? After getting my axe and fully mining down the tree, I decided to make my way over there. It was a decent sized structure. Obviously, it's one of the modded temples where it goes down and has certain different types of traps in it. The traps aren't that hard to go through. It's more of the traps are annoying in you don't know which one's going to be there. I don't think I've ever seen that Pokemon. Speaking of Pokemon, let's choose our starter. I decided to go with Fennekin because I love canine Pokemon, and Fennekin is a literal Firefox that is a special attacker, which means a lot of magical moves, which will be very fun. So, nice. Let's continue getting wood. I got a little sidetracked from the temple. I saw some berries. I thought they were already fully grown where I can pick them, but they weren't, so I left them be. I should be able to go through this whole place with no issues, but just in case, I'm going to get a sword. And then I'll also need a pickaxe. After getting suit up, I decided to go down through the whole thing. I didn't trust any of the chests, so I mined around them to make sure there was no traps. I didn't get any good loot. I made it through all of the traps because the actual good loot is at the very bottom. And there was a surprise for me down there. It wasn't just the treasure. It was some extra loot and then a doorway. This looks like an opening. Yep. Oh, crap. I hate silverfish so much. Get out of the way, Spinnerack. How many are there? Jesus. After hitting a few of them, they multiplied like crazy. So I decided that I needed to pillar up and deal with them that way, which worked for a bit. Jesus. I mean, free XP. I can't see. Please tell me this is the last of them. Jesus. Okay. Roll to myself. Don't break anything. That's a trap chest. I'm gonna have to break something. Knew it. Perfect. Is there anything else? Pretty sure there isn't, sadly. And now, I am running before I get jumped again. As I was making my way out, there was a surprise for me. Yeah. I found where the rest of Silverwish were, and my first death. I didn't even know that they were all there. Okay, I gotta run back. And that's exactly what I did. I ran my way back to get my stuff. I went all the way back down. I got myself some extra wood to make another sword, just in case I needed it. Once I made it all the way back down, I noticed that the swordfish were gone. Okay. Let me fix my inventory. Okay. Now I gotta get out. I can use this for infinite lava. And designing. I could probably make like a cave design with this stuff. I don't need much though, I can farm this. How did I fail that? And what is that? Huh. Can I get this? No, I need iron. Okay, well, I'm gonna sleep. Okay. Is there any places I can actually go to? I would like to set up base in either a plains or a tundra, because I really like the spruce look. And plains it gives me a lot of room to come up with an idea for what I want, and it gives me a lot of space to do such things. Idiot. I didn't even realize that dude was there. but I do need to come up with some sort of food item. I am starving. After that, I decided to run around for a bit. I got watermelons, had to fight off a few zombies, finally got one of the berries, and then just looked around. I found an abandoned portal, and I searched through that. It was covered in fire. That is so much fire. Where is the chest at? There's the gold block. There's the chest. Once I found the chest, I looked through it. It wasn't that good of things. It had a silk touch pickaxe though. That was good. It also gave me one piece of obsidian and nothing much. Something's over there. I would like to find a village so I can have access to a healer. That way I can actually do some sort of Pokemon battles. Oh, is it a freaking spider den? I think so. If it is, I get the achievement. Yep. This is in fact a spider place. Let's get some berries. Let's hopefully get a sapling. No sapling from the green tree. What I'm hoping for is getting a yellow... What the... Why are the wolves mad? Oh, because of the sheep. I'm hoping to find either a white or a... Not a white, a yellow or a blue tree so I can get a sapling from that. Because then I could start working towards quick balls. I can make backpacks on this, right? I have that. I do have that. Okay. So I should try to get leather. And I should also go get that string from this area. I only need 4, so that should be enough. I'm gonna head over there because I think that's one of the towers. Is it? I believe so, yeah. I hope I can actually do all of this, like what I plan on doing. I would like to make a kind of, not sanctuary, because I don't know if I can put Pokemon out in the open, like that I've caught. Ooh, I just saw a cave. Perfect. Some copper will be so useful. What do I get rid of though? Run flesh. I don't need the run flesh right now. Let's continue heading this way. And hopefully I can find something useful. Ooh, this is useful. Get rid of charcoal. More copper. I might add something to where I can get more like uses for copper since it's so common. I didn't realize this was there. Do I already have a stack? I do. I should be good with leaving that then. Oh, and there goes my pickaxe. That's great. Uh, I should be able to do this. Yep. Then I can get rid of the one. An ampy palm. Yep, there's the tower. I gotta get down safely. Never mind. I think there's a plains next to me from the map. Yeah, I think this is a plains area, and then that might be another jungle. Oh, what the? Yeah, I'll come back here with a brush. That way I can actually try to get some fossils. I forgot what Pokemon that is. Is this a birch place? Okay. No, it's a full-on oak forest. Okay. Better than what I was in. I want a Pokeball. I love Vulpix so much. I wonder if there's any... Would this be like a flat enough area? Let me try to get up the mountain. Huh. Actually, wait. Maybe I can like flatten this area out, push the wall back a little bit, and I can make like a little area down here. That is a small Pidgey! I'm gonna continue working my way up the mountain though, just to see. This is beautiful. There's a white tree. Is up here flat? I wouldn't say flat, but I could probably flatten it out a little bit. Once I found an area, I decided to just set up camp. I placed my bed down, I set my spawn point, set my crafting table down, made a few chests and everything. 3 chests for when I get my backpack. There we go. Now, just to make sure I have that, let's start clearing everything. I decided to start cutting down the trees for the area, and then I got distracted with berries again. Stop pushing me, ladybug. You know, I can fight you, right? You're not that high. And I have a fire type move, which is very effective against bugs. There we go. What are you gonna give me? Nothing. Once I woke up, I decided it was time to work on the mine. Then, while making the mine, I got distracted again and started working on all of the trees that were around it to give me more wood and an area to actually build the mine entrance. This one, that should be good for right now. Ooh, and an egg. Okay. That should be good for right now. I can actually make a entrance. Then to make it look a little better, I'm going to make it look good. Once I cleared the area, I decided to start working on the entrance. It wasn't that impressive. It was just a small entrance, but it looks good. That should be good for right now. I can fill this in with dirt. Make it look a little bit more in tune with the environment. There we go. Once I was temporarily done with the entrance, I started making a small little storage room and small little crafting area for my mine activities, which aren't going to be starting just yet, mainly because caves are more useful for early ores.
With over a decade of experience, BetterHelp matches you with the right therapist. See why they have a 4.9 rating out of
Make a furnace.
client session reviews.
Put you right there for now. Then I got to start cooking everything. It shouldn't be that hard starting off. I have a mod that boosts ore spawns a little bit. It's not much, but it does boost them, like certain ores, to make them more common. Like iron, with the inclusion of copper during that update, iron became a little bit rarer. So I pushed it back to how common it was back when it was just iron. After this, I decided to start working on a small little mining area. My tools broke a lot, so I had to keep making trips back to the surface and then back down to the mines, but I decided to take a little break. During the break, I quite literally just went around cutting trees down, getting apricorns, and hopefully they're saplings. I found a blue tree pretty close to home, so I got that and then went back to cutting down all of the trees that I could. It gave me a lot of wood, so it just prepares me for later. I also made my first Pokeballs. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with a Zigzagoon for my first catch. Only because, I mean, it seems like a decent Pokemon. I just hope I don't kill it. I don't have a healer, but it'll be nice to... They can heal in the Pokeballs, right? Pretty sure they can heal in Pokeballs, so... Oh, wait, can I get you? It'd be nice to have a flying Pokemon. Come here. Stop running. Okay, let's do Howl first. I mean, Ember first. Oh, I insta-killed? Damn. After catching my first Pokemon, I just went around mining, getting more apricots, and just exploring. And then I ran into a creeper. I had no food. I'm gonna sleep first. I went back to get my stuff, and once I did, I found an Enderman, and I decided to try it. I instantly died. And I had to get my stuff back. Again, that was not fun. I headed home, looked at the scenery around my area, which was very, very beautiful. I fell in a hole, and I just looked around. I saw an apricot tree, so I made my way home, cleared out my inventory, then went back to get it after I planted some of the apricot trees I already had. During this extra time, I just explored and got some extra apricots. I made more progress in my little base area. I got more and more and more and more apricots. Made more Pokeballs. Pretty sure I started to think I should end it here. I checked all the Pokeballs I could make and made a plan on which ones I was gonna. And then I started working on the last bit of iron that I already had mined, which was when I started thinking about my progress. It's been fun. Not much progress other than whatever that is, and my first Pokemon catch, which was a Zigzagoon. I also would like to know any comments, what I can name Fennekin or my Zigzagoon. I don't know if I'll be able to, like, I'll keep Zigzagoon in the future, mainly because of the fact that they're not my first choice. I would have preferred getting that Vulpix, but I don't know where it is. If I end up finding the Vulpix or a Vulpix while I'm trying to record the next video, or while I'm trying to just do some stuff off camera, I'm going to catch it. I think I should also try to get the Pokedex, which I have everything for, actually. For my final thing that I wanted to do before getting my armor, I decided to get the Pokédex. It's going to be useful for the future when I actually get every Pokemon, and it was really easy to craft. Perfect. I should be able to start getting the decks up now. What's that? Stop moving. Okay. Do I have to do this? Okay, no. Just me owning them will give me everything. After that, I just waited for all my iron to smelt. I crafted the armor that I needed. I looked around just to see if any Pokemon spawned in that might be interesting to me. And then I finally found a very iconic Pokemon that I wanted to catch. Okay, that's full iron. Ooh. Okay, I think that might be my last catch then. Do I have Pokeballs on me? I made the Pokeballs that I needed, which wasn't a lot since I was very low on resources. I got them low, and then I finally caught it. Yeah, I got a Pichu. Okay, perfect. Okay. That should be good. Alrighty. That was the first episode. Not much progress other than me getting iron, armor, a few Pokeballs, half of my team, and setting up like a space to make a base, and then some extra progress. I don't really know what else I'm gonna do. After all, this is gonna be the slower series since I'm gonna be deciding everything. The community one, that one's probably gonna be a little bit faster because I'll be putting more work into it. And most of the things that will be happening in that world will be completely community made. I'll put up polls for everything that happens. I'll wait a few days to figure out what you guys want. And I hope you guys end up enjoying the idea of me living in the world and you guys controlling it. Obviously, I don't really know how to do all of the stuff where you guys could control it, where it would be me just in a world live streaming and then you guys sending stuff to like screw up my coding in the game and all of that. I don't know how to do all that stuff yet. I probably won't know how to at all ever. I'm not good with coding and all of that, and I don't really know if there's going to be any like tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. But again, I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I will probably make some work on like in between episodes, maybe catch a Pokemon if I run into a Pokemon that I like. I'll record it obviously to show off. But other than that, bye.